Which expression represents the perimeter of this figure? Well, what did I just say? Because you might have something like this on the NWA. What did I just say that you do to get a perimeter? You parade around and you plus. So if I'm parading around, what's this first dimension? It's A. We don't know the number, but that's A. Then as I'm going around, the next one is what? B. Plus, what's the next one? I'm going around. A, B, C. Plus another what? Another B, and going back to the point, another B plus another A. Okay. However, so I want you to see what this looks like. However, I don't see that answer. Okay, I don't see that answer. But who knows right away what answer I could eliminate? Can you see? Oh, okay. Who knows what answer I could eliminate?
C and B.
I can eliminate the B for sure, because this only has one A, one B, and one C, and I don't want to write on this because I want to run this off for you. So, and what other one did you say, Allegra?
C.
Because this has two A's. Well, yes, we've got two A's, two B's. We've got two, but this has two C's. Do we have two C's? No. So to actually do this one, I look at all my A's and I put how many? How many A's do we have?
2.
So we've got 2 times whatever that A was. Plus, what other letter do we have? We've got 2 B's. So I put, like if that were a 10 and that were a 10, it would be 2 times 10. So it's 2 times whatever my B is. And then what else do we have? We just have 1 C. So I could put a 1 C or just C. So the best answer would be what?
2D.
It's going to be the D. Right. So again, we're just going to touch on a couple of these today, and then I'm going to probably run off this packet, and as soon as we have the quiz, then we're going to go full-fledged into reviewing. And you are right, we do need to do some measurement. All right. So let's go back to this, because it's going to be pretty easy today. We're going to be focusing on circumference, and circumference is the perimeter of a what? What is circumference? The perimeter of a circle. It's the distance around. So perimeter is the distance around all of these. Okay. And they're telling you, if you know that on the rhombus, all the sides are the same, you just go 4 times the length of the side. Or you could just add all of the sides. And it tells you, again, on the trapezoid, you add your 2 bases, the top and the bottom, and your 2 sides. Well, on the circle, it doesn't have sides. So that formula is going to be, and we're going to continue where we were on Friday. Oh, what is this? I need a different piece of paper. Well, hold on just a second. Can I get, let me just pass out some paper. Okay. Because you're probably going to need some more paper from Friday. Take one, pass it back. Probably can just add on to what you did Friday. Take one and pass it back. And then just like you heard you were later on, you can just put it back up over here. Alrighty, so we looked at this Friday. That again, you get to use your formula chart, and I just lost mine. Right. So the formula chart says for the perimeter of a circle, it is circumference, and you follow exactly what it says. You're either going to use for circumference, we're either going to use pi times diameter, or you're going to use 2 pi r. And just as a reminder, A diameter is the distance from ear to ear, Dumbo from ear to ear, diameter. The radius is from the center. It is half of a diameter. So if you're doing, did we do 1, 2, and 3? Which ones did we do in here?
We did 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, and 12.
Okay, so this is ours. All right. So let's go ahead and review then. We're going to do the number 4 and 5. So on the number 4, it tells you that the diameter is 40. So which formula would I use? The diameter formula or the radius formula?
Diameter.
The diameter. So, oh, and by the way, the pi value was 3.14. And that's what they tell you right here. So you follow your recipe. So on that number 4, the circumference is pi times diameter. So we know what is the pi value? 3.14. On the number 4, what is our diameter?
40.
It is going to be 40. Now, we said a good skill for you to know is to be able to estimate. And the way I estimate is I'm going to cover up the point 14.
120.
It should be a little bit over 120. 3 times 40 is 120. Look on your answer column. Take a guess of which one it might be.
125.
Probably this one. So that's a good skill to have, because sometimes if you're short of time, it's like, oh my gosh, the clock is running. It's about 120. Oh, that's the closest. I'm going to pick that one. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and multiply it. So go ahead and put 314 times 40. I'm going to stick that 0 out, because 0 times anything is what? 0 times anything is what? 0. And then we're going to start with the 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 3 times 4 is 12. And then I'm going to go back and put my decimal, or I could count it from here. Okay. How many places over do I go for the decimal? 2. Okay. So, and remember that if I have a decimal, I can drop my 0. And was that the correct answer? Yes. It is the same thing. So go ahead and put that this was the 125.6, and that came from the number 4, and we're done with that one. Then let's go ahead and do, Jesse, the number 5. The number 5, should we use the diameter formula or the radius formula? The diameter. So get used to putting down the formula. The formula is, I'm going to look at my recipe. Circumference is equal to pi times diameter. So the number 5 is the circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Then fill in your ingredients. My first ingredient calls for a pi value. What's the value of pi?
3.14.
Put your 3.14 times, what is our diameter? 9.2.
It's going to be 27.
Okay, listen carefully. For sure we can estimate, but you actually have to do the work. So we're going to estimate. If I estimated, I'm actually going to cover up 2 things. I'm going to cover up the 14 and the 0.2. But I know it's not going to be 27, it's going to be over 27. Who wants to take a guess of, it's going to be over 27, and this looks like it's a little bit too big. It could be this one, or it could be this one. When you have 2 that are close, you still need to work it out anyway. So,
I have a question.
yes.
Does the estimating also help for the number R?
Yes, we'll do that in a second. So let's go ahead and work this one out. This is going to be, which one do you think it's going to be? How many?
1.4.
You think it's going to be? I'm thinking it's going to be this one. So let's go ahead and do it. So on this one, it's going to be 314 times 92. Work it without the decimal. 2 times 4 is 8. That's 2. Johnny, get this down. Then I'm done with the ones column. So I'm going to work with the 9. 9 times 4 is 6. 9, 10, 11, 12. 27, 28. I think it's going to be that 28 one. And then, okay, we need to stop being silly. All right, so on this one, it's going to be 2 over, 1 more over. How many over altogether? How many decimal places over altogether? 1, 2, 3, or I could have said 3 times 9 is 27. The only place that's going to get me close to 27 is right here. So, and that was this one here. Go ahead and check it off, and it show that it came from the number 5. And then put your answer over here to 8.888. And then we're going to go down to the number 13. Actually, 13 is the, we're going to do the number 15. Okay. So we're going to go down to the number 15 because that's a harder number to work with. So now this ingredient is a radius. So if that ingredient is a radius, should I choose the diameter formula or the radius formula?
The radius.
The radius formula. So I'm going to write down my recipe.
2 times 5.
So it's going to be, it is 2 pi r. Because this tells me my recipe or my formula. This tells me the ingredients I need and then what I need to do to it, which is multiply. So bring down your 2. What is the value of the pi?
3.14.
3.14. And then what was, we were doing number 15. I'll be able to put a 15 here, which is 3.9. All right. I would go ahead and I would multiply. It's going to be a 3-digit times a 2-digit anyway. So if I double this, it's still going to be 3 digits. So it doesn't matter. So who knows what 2 times 314 is? Nobody knows what 2 times 314? You're just doubling it.
6.28.
6, double that, 2 and 8. But if you don't know that, you've got to go 314 times 2, which is 8, 2, and 6. And so I've done this and this, and we'll go back and put the decimals in just a moment. So now it's 628 times the what? Times the 3.9. And again, I'll leave the decimals off. When we do our decimals, we can go back to our original right here. So I'm going to multiply it by 39. So 7 times 8 is 70. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 18. 1925. 9 times 54. 55, 56. Then we're done with the ones column. Then we're going to go to the 3s. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 2 is 6, 7, 8. 3 times 6 is 18. Oh, and I forgot. Somebody had a question. I didn't do it on this one, but I will. 14. That's going to be 14. All right. Before I do anything else, I want to go back again. If I'm in a time crunch, This is driving me crazy. All right, if I'm in a time crunch, I'm going to estimate. But would I keep this a 3, or if I'm estimating, should I think of it as 4? Is this closer to 3 or 4?
4.
It's closer to 4. So if I'm estimating, I would go 2 times 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Who thinks they know on this? Which one? Which one do you think?
24.49.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Is there another one?
Yes.
This one might be close, I don't know. But let's go ahead. Oh, in fact, that's it, I think. Because, again, when I rounded this, I estimated it to be 24. In fact, it's right here. Now I'm going to count my decimals. It's 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right. So I should have 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right. 24.492. And that is correct. It is that one right there. Where's my? So this one here is 24.492, which is the number 15. And check it off. And of the radiuses, we're going to do one more together. Oh, these. Oh, in fact, look at this one. Guess what? Are these answers going to be different?
No. Yes. No.
No, they're going to be exactly the same, except one's in inches and one's in centimeters. So I'm going to let you do that. Which other one do you want to do?
14.
The 14? Yeah, the 14 is a good one to do. So the 14. So let's do the number 14. So do we use the radius formula or the diameter formula? Which formula do we use? Yeah, because that's a radius. So I'm going to use the radius formula. So it's C is equal to 2 pi r. And we've got our recipe or our formula. Let's fill in the ingredients. It says put in a 2, multiply it by a pi value, and then put in your radius. What is the value of the?
48.
It is 48. Now, before I start, I'm going to estimate. And I'm going to round this one to about 50. 50? What's 50 times 3?
75. No.
50, 150. 50 and 50 is 150. And what's 150 times 2?
300.
300. 150 times 2 is 300. Which one do you think might be the answer?
301.44.
Okay, so it might be this one, but it also might be this one. So again, if they're so close like that, I have to end up doing it. Well, we have to do them anyway, but on a, okay.
You can look, it says inches in the other one.
Well, but, and that would be good if you're taking a test, but we actually have to multiply it out. So 2 times that, do we know what 2 times that is now? Just double each of these numbers. What's 2 times 3? 6. What's 2 times 1? 2. What's 2 times 8? 2 times 4?
8.
8. 6, 2, 4. We're just doubling it. So double that is 6. Double 1 is 2. Double 4 is 8. And then times the 48. All right. Then let's go ahead and start multiplying. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 8 times that is 48, plus 2 more is 50. Then we're done with the ones column. Let's start with the 4. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 more is 25. And then Our decimal, okay, excuse me, okay, okay, I need you to stop. Stop. I need you to quiet down. Stop. I don't care who it was, you don't continue. Okay, all right, so you need to go over 2 places, go over 2. So the answer was this one right here. So it was it this one? Yeah. It was 301. And Jesse, I hear another word from you and you're going down to Mrs. Goodell. Okay, just 0, your mouth. All right, so on this one, it is going to be 14. Okay. And that is it, girls and boys. Your job is to do the rest of them that we haven't done. There's 4 here and 4 more. You guys can begin. You're doing the ones that we have not done. Yes.